phone. We ended up adding more to her SOW, which I love.
I went and got a little something to make margaritas.
What I don't think people talk about very often with entrepreneurship is
the entire point of this company is helping women rise up.
what if there's barely anyone at this event?
Good morning. I just sent you the email.
A new term that I learned today called strategic friction.
Okay, I've got 2 minutes before I'm supposed to get on this call with my potential client. We haven't signed the contract yet, so we're gonna go over some of those details on this call. She's already sent over her branding assets, which is really exciting. Hi, good morning. I just sent you the email. I'm sure you haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So I just got off the phone. We're looking at a 3-month pilot program for social media content, blogs, community engagement, and strategy. This additional thing is a website redesign and a transfer migration over from WordPress. I personally love using Squarespace for small businesses. The functionality you can't really beat, and it could look way more aesthetic. I'm gonna work on getting her an updated SOW, an invoice. We already discussed payment terms. I wanna get a mood board together so that she can see the direction that I want to go with her social media. I want to do some research and competitor analysis of what other people are doing so that we can stand out. If I can prove that I know what I'm talking about and I can deliver with this, I think we have a very successful partnership in the future. The rest of the day, I need to take a break. There's this co-working at a corporate office space, and I wanted to try to meet some people there. And it's a Friday, and hopefully I can finally relax. I feel like I've been working nonstop this week to get my last video up, which I'm so happy it did really well in the first 12 hours. I need to plan my next video, put some effort and time into my YouTube presence. It may not feel like it to my bank account, but there's a lot going on. All right, let's get moving. We have a very busy Friday ahead.
What I don't think people talk about very often with entrepreneurship is the momentum that you lose when you are someone who is extrovert but working from home by themselves. I notice that when I work a full week at the house by myself, I struggle with my productivity. I notice myself feeling very disconnected from the human experience. I lose that natural element that I want to bring to my content. I need to create experiences where I am interacting with people, either in a networking setting, in a friendship setting, and I don't think people talk about that very often. If you're in my position, if you've noticed any changes to you showing up authentically, maybe get out there and find people to network with and connect with. What if there's barely anyone at this event? What if I get there and there's like 3 people? The worst possible thing is that I got content for it. I got out of the house. I got to see the sun. It can't be a bad day.
I hear this a lot from people that are more successful, constantly trying to build, that they actually don't remember to stop and enjoy the present moment where they're at and the accomplishments because they think it's so small or they're always pushing for the next best thing. And so what did I do? Well, I'm gonna celebrate. I was supposed to celebrate with a friend, but she ended up not being available this weekend. So I'm gonna celebrate by myself. I bought this prickly pear syrup in Sedona. It's one of my favorite places on earth. And I did a huge road trip from Texas all the way to Oregon and back, and I stopped in Sedona. But I didn't know what to do with it, honestly. And so I figured the perfect thing to do now is make a margarita. I never do this, but I figured this would be a way for me to celebrate. I don't really love champagne. I'm basically working all weekend, and I don't want to not appreciate this. It's hard to get your first client, paying client. If you don't have a portfolio and work examples, people aren't really willing to give you a shot. I'm really appreciative to my client for being one of the first to take a chance on me. Do not forget to appreciate every step, no matter how small it is, because the whole point of this is for us to enjoy our life and do something different than we would have done in corporate. And I don't think you can actually see what I'm doing here, but it's really hard to do this while I'm talking so that you see my head and you see the work. This is the cutest little bottle. It's adorable. And then 1 ounce of lime juice. A new term that I learned today called strategic friction. Strategic friction is this idea that it can be something internal or external that stops you, that gets in your way, that basically becomes an obstacle whether you can control it or not, and it can hinder you from progress moving forward. The quicker you recognize it, the better, and put something into action to change that. Look at this purple. Oh my gosh. What you don't want is for too much time to pass and you look back and you're like, dang, I didn't do anything. That's how I felt where I didn't post a video for 5 or 6 months. If I would have done it any differently, I would have recognized the pattern I was in and nipped it in the bud. So strategic friction is this idea that although looking back today was not productive, I'm gonna actually have a little bit of work today and I'm gonna work during the weekend. It ended up being the best thing that I could do. Like energetically, everything that happened today is going to set me up for more success. I have this renewed sense of energy and excitement. I'm gonna have a margarita, and I was able to reflect a little bit on my journey. All the good things happened because I went today, even though I didn't do the work I was supposed to do. I hope that makes sense. I put the drink in here, but I think it's supposed to go in this. You can tell I don't do this very often. Look at that syrup. Here goes nothing. I love the color. I've got this strainer. I actually don't know if it's necessary. I feel like I could have put a little bit more. Look how cute this is. Okay, I'm excited. I used to go to some of these networking events and I would be like, oh, hi, I'm Christina. I'm kind of trying to freelance. I was just not very confident. I almost felt lost and I didn't know what value I could bring. The more I do this, the more comfortable I get. I just had a little bit more confidence. I do think that people approach you differently, ask questions differently. They look to you as more of an expert. It really is just the repetition. It's the consistency. And for me, I think it was knowing that I have something to offer. Having the confidence to say that out loud does not make you sound cocky. It doesn't make you sound arrogant. It makes you sound like you love yourself and you have confidence to know what you bring to the table. And I guess that's the moral of the story that I want to leave you with. I'm definitely going to do a lot more of these. My goal is every month to at least go once, ideally once a week if I can do that. All in all, it was a good day. Even if it turned out that there was nobody there, I showed up, I recorded some content, I got out of the house, I saw the sun, and I'm good. And cheers. Congratulations to all the business owners. If you're just starting and you're nervous, or if you're killing it making millions a year. We are all on this journey trying to have fun along the way because that's the whole purpose of us going into work for ourselves and not working for the corporations. I hope that this was a fun and valuable vlog for you. I had fun and it was a really good reflective moment for me. So cheers! And I'll see you guys in the next video. I completely forgot to take a sip and I hate when people do that when they make something and then they don't taste it before they get off camera. I think this is beautiful. It tastes so, so, so good. Cheers.